I'll read a few selections from my new book, from Bloodaxe, Tanya. Saculum. She was Woman of the Year that year. She got a plaque. The next year those who chose Woman of the Year each year, canceled the award for the foreseeable future. It was decided that she, the last Woman of the Year, would become the lifelong holder of the honor. They engraved a dash on her plaque after the date she received her award to indicate its ongoingness unto death. What did she do in all that time with this one honor? As a representative of the larger demographic body of herself, she served until it finally became the sick joke it always was meant to be, this defining achievement. When she died, the plaque was amended. After the dash, they engraved the year of her death, which was the last year. The last Woman of the Year was Woman of the Year. They, those who chose, had terms continually renewed amongst themselves. But Woman of the Year died with her and her alone. Since then, none of the years had a woman of it, though so many were worthy. This is Moving Far Away. I hear they're trying to make borders in water now, to declare it a place, impose a shape, dissolve the solvent. It's no solution to our probable problem. I'll never see you again. I say on my cell, said to myself, we'll be well below alone now. Can I be a good friend to you if I move so far away? Haven't seen you in years, but I like a rough edge. Island broken off, a big bully. I'll use up all my firewood on you. Sorcery? What turned into me? An iron foot, a leg of log, a wish for symmetry. My fire handed down to me by cauldron witches in their longish, unauthorized youth. Broken crest rising, rinsed of desire, full of pull and push, no rush to finish or to vanish. As if water didn't wave and bring tidings and answer me like an animal, jealous, crushed, washing herself. I'll never forget. You told me never to forget, but I did. Your voice, a needle threaded, heading for my open wound, already burned clean for a clean split. The poets are dying. It seems impossible. They seemed immortal. Where are they going if not to their next poems? Poems that, like lives, make do and make that doing do more. Holding a jolt like a newborn, a volta turning toward a godload of grief dumped from some heaven where words rain down and the poet is soaked. Cold to the bone, we've become thick-headed, death-bedded, heart-sick poets. Flowers picked, candles wicked, forgiving everyone they tricked. This is Afterlife. I remember lying there trying to make a new memory by folding aside existing ones like tablecloths, protecting the presumed surface of a hole eaten through my lost face. And this is an excerpt from the title poem, Tanya, and this is the final segment that closes the book. Locked in, every key sets two free, but safety is an inmate. I bought a fireproof, waterproof, zippered file to keep my manuscripts safe while I worked on them. I became conscious of fire and flood whenever I wrote. I imagined some great treasure lost by a spark, the same spark I'd used to write by, pleased to have saved my work. Perhaps the flood was the real danger. Put your safe in the dishwasher to keep it safe from fire, but the dishwasher gets pushed on and the inside floods and rusts your good safe shut for good. The fountain pen I kept in the folder exploded and splotched and soaked every page, all the ink I didn't write with, blotted out all I did. But my zipper file remained, no ink stained my desk or bed. My work, all the work of many nights, lost before I could load it into a cloud for free. Things are falling down, stars overhead, all around the stairs, through the wars and the fears, through the years, started falling, startling no one. Long before you looked up, looked around, they fell flat and hard and far. We can't see what the things are, or where they fell from, whether we were well then and there and not now or here, or were just about to fall apart, fall hard and fast, the way it did last time, or if this time it would last. Parents of grown children tell me grown children leave, but you can't touch their rooms. You can't leave. You have to stay there for when they come back, like you're a paused video, but they forget to watch you when they come back, or they don't come back. So you're like the mom in The Leftovers doing chores for nobody. At least the dog appreciates you. At least she needs you for your general needs meeting skills. Don't you have a dog to play with somewhere, my child? Can't you get completely engrossed in a project all day? What about the science kits? Those make-your-own fertilizer hair clips with rhinestones and chemical reactions of slime and purple smoke? Can you leave me alone now and promise to come sit by your old mom when I am old and you are able to run off and find your own chemistry projects and watch your own smoke dissipate, never colorful again, in a cold apartment in the city without me? The kids, they say, become you, but they live. So that's a happy story. They live elsewhere. They were able to move. They found their own place. Sounds like they're real independent, self-sufficient, responsible, rich off your money, ungrateful, naturally averse to you anymore. We used to live in the city that kept us in grand digs and underwater, like Urashima Taro, the boy who visited the old sea turtle's royal palace. The boy went for a long weekend, returned home 200 years later, everyone dead. Will you return that way? The way is both a way and a question. Will you go the way going goes, or will you go the way goes? Ancient, unaware, so sure we spent time in the same denominations as everyone else, but we had to turn back to the palace. Unkings we, duchesses of dust, for the city can't die without us. We used to dream of a little place in the city, a pied-à-terre, but that's the worst idea. To want so badly to live in the city, you get a place to not live in, there. Really, you live elsewhere where you never wanted to live, but do, like cut, wet flowers spilling. I can't write an ending for posterity, too much future all sung out. Old love, no longer dead to me, you are completely mixed up with the rest of me, ever. Do I refract everything I experience through everyone I experience? Inhaling 1991 Tanya, exhaling present self? I know I'll never know, but I'm writing this toward that knowledge of endless unknowing. That is why writers are so weird. That and other reasons. We are neither creative nor interpretive artists, but both. And those two lives are hard to live at once. Believe me, I'm trying. Thank you.